Hello guys, and welcome to this channel. This is Life with the Wanjalas, and on this episode I want to walk you through the choice of material for the construction of our house. So why did we actually choose to use this type of material and also marry it together with the matufaris? So, and for that I have samples here, right? I have samples here, but before we talk about these samples, I want to welcome every new person. If it's your first time to visit our channel, thank you so much. Consider subscribing so that you get these pieces of episodes that are inspiring, educative, and most importantly, entertaining. So we are at the site and we are currently in the process of trying to build our first time home, and we are doing it with a limited available resources. So that means that we stagger, we stall, we rise and fall at the same time just to see where we will get. So here I have this 1, 2, 3, 4 samples of stones. And when we were in the process of building, considering this construction, these are some of the decisions that we actually had to make. This one here is called the Thika or Ndarugo machine cut stone. It is 6'9", size 6'9", and when you look at it closely, it is a bit grayish, and actually yesterday it rained, and when you look at it, it looks like ilikunywa maji jana. And then for the same amount of rain that rained yesterday, this one here did not actually soak in the rain. This block. This is the block that we chose to go with. But then there is option number 3 that was on table. We would have chosen to actually use this one. But then it is, this one is precast. It's almost precast because the way it looks is that it was molded. So they do the changarawe mix with cement and what, and then they cast it and mold it into this block. Still 6'9". Absolutely nice looking, very shapeful, straight, just like the Ndarugo one, very straight and well cut. We then have this 4th sample here. So this is the Nyahururu cut, machine cut. When you look at it closely, you will discover that yesterday it rained, and it also really soaked in a lot of water. So look at this block. Oh, it really soaked in water, and as you can see, actually inavunjika haraka. That's why you can see it has not even maintained its shape so far, its corners. So when you look at it keenly, you realize that it soaked in water. And these were the 4 samples that were available for us to choose from as we were considering what material to go with. And in fact, I really want to thank God so much, because initially we had thought that we would build this house with matufari. Then he just did a miracle. We were able to actually go with the blocks outside, the outside shell, and then now the demarcation and partitioning is what we used. Bricks, yeah. So in the village, bricks are a bit cheaper. Before I go back to that story there, bricks are cheaper because one brick goes for around 5 shillings. Then if you are transporting it to your site, maybe add an additional 2 shillings per block. So we can say roughly 7 bob, yeah, per each of these blocks. So remember, we are talking about how can you build your first home with limited resources. And so the issue of the material is also a big one. So go for cost effective and cost cautious options. So for us, we decided to actually do the external shell using the block. Then inside, we decided to use the matufaris. Why? So let us talk about cost. So what is the cost of these blocks, these samples? This one, number 1, it comes from Sofa. Remember, I'm in Bungalow right now. It comes from Thika and Ndarugo. So if I were to purchase it, I would also maybe incur some transportation costs. So it would go to the tune of between 75 shillings and 85 shillings. Now, for the purposes of this sample, it actually costed 75 shillings. And we didn't actually like it because, as you can see, it also breaks. It actually also breaks so easily. As you can even see, it has not retained its shape. So, and it drinks a lot of water. So it didn't really look interesting to me. And I'm going to test them here. I'll collapse them carelessly and we see what happens. So 75 shillings. Now, this is mine. This is the one that I have actually used to build this outer shell. This one here. As you can see, it is this one here. maybe not so shapeful, not so straight. Some blocks are actually a bit out of shape. The size is not standard, whatnot. But I actually was able to get it at 45 shillings. So where did I get this from? There's a place called Lukhome in Saboti, in these sides of Western. So it is a rock. It is a naturally occurring rock in the ground that is actually just cut using electricity. So it wasn't really that perfectly cut, but it was 45 bob, so I really got some value for money. Then when I added transportation, around 10 shillings per block, I now got it at around 55. Then this one here, for the purposes of the sample, they range between 85 to sometimes even 100 shillings, depends with where you're buying. But for the purposes of this sample, it was also retailing at 75. All right, and then it's a 6.9. Then this one from Nyahururu, I didn't like the breakage. It is too fragile. It is too fragile. And then when I saw that it drinks water like this, I wasn't just happy with it. I don't know why. Out of personal preference, it just didn't stand well with me. Yeah. So that is the structure. So this is how it looks. The other one that we chose, the middle one. Yeah, the second one. We chose this rock. And it doesn't drink water, and it is firm. It does not easily break. So let me take you to a test to actually just try to carelessly drop each one of these. We see what happens. Right, so and guys, so here we go with the test. So this is the thickened Arugo machine cut, and let us try to drop it down carelessly. We see what happens. You see what has happened. All right, so that is what has happened. Then we have this is block, my block now, this sort of block that we have used to build this house. As you can see, that shell of the house, just see. You know, in fact, I've thrown it exactly the same way I've thrown the other one, right at the center, but it is intact, as you can see. In fact, it has only shelled this part only, nothing else. Then there is this one, the precast one. Let us see what happens. Also right at the middle, into pieces. All right. Then we have this one from Nyahururu. Let us see what happens. So the Nyahururu one is a bit better. When we compare it, it's a bit better. Let me see whether it can withstand a second drop. Much better. So the Nyahururu one is much better. So guys, as you can see, this block therefore becomes number one. The one from Lukhome, Saboti, the one that I used for this structure. As you can see, that structure all over there. So for the outer shell of the house, we chose this one because of its cost effectiveness, its toughness. You know, even when you throw it hata kwa site ikitupwa around haivunjiki. This one becomes number two. This one from Nyahururu, the machine cut from Nyahururu, because nilirusha twice and nearly withstand. Nilirusha twice ika withstand. For this one, goodness gracious, right? Unaona ilivunjika into half at the first go. Yeah. Nilirusha ikavunjika, so like in a very funny way. But hiyo si was, hiyo ni number 3. Number 4 ni hii. Ilivunjika carelessly. Unaona hii. Ilivunjika vibaya. So which block should you actually use for the construction of your house? So hizi ndio zile zangu sasa. Yeah. So wewe mwenyewe jiulize na ujijibu na ujijazie. Yeah, so guys, and that is why we actually decided to go with this structure. And as you can see, it's beautiful, right? I know that it doesn't have so much shape, but it is beautiful. And as you can see, the reason why we have put these lines, the reason why they removed some cement, some mortar here, rather, was for the purposes of keying, to make it easier the time that they would start keying, keying those lines for building the house. But guys, that is pretty much how it has gotten to work with our structure. This is how it looks. This is how it looks. An amazing job. It has really served us so well. You can even look at the rear side to just see what we have. So as you can see, we supplemented the rocks with the matufaris up there, and also as part of the demarcation. And that is how that rock has been able to actually save the day. It has been very cost effective, it is durable, its structure is stable and reliable, even breakages at site, very minimal. And so guys, that is the kind of material that we got to choose to use for our house. So let us just check the entire round structure before I wish you bye. But meanwhile, please feel free to subscribe to this channel if you haven't. If for any reason you see in the house, yeah, the bricks that did the demarcation, if for any reason you have a question or maybe just want to throw even a compliment, please do so in the comment section. I'm happy and delighted and really anticipating to hear from you. And so this is how it has turned out to be. Yeah. So, and how many pieces? I haven't told you. How many pieces did I actually get to use for this structure up to what we can see? So we bought the initial 1100 pieces, then we got to add 400 pieces. So total 1500. A 3-bedroomed house, okay? Yeah. So that is what we've gotten, and it has truly worked so well with the structure. Yeah. So guys, I have nothing else to add. I just want you to stay encouraged and to know that there is no little or big money. All money is important money. You can use it to do something, but there is also the aspect of value for money. So when you're making your decisions around constructions, think about that. So meanwhile, I want to let you go, but make sure you subscribe to this channel so that you follow this story. And we truly appreciate your immense support. Thank you for stopping by to watch this video. This is Life with the Wanjalas. I have been Wanjala here, and till next time, bye.